Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be going through my living room. I did a few months ago do a living room tour, but it's changed a little bit since then, and since you guys have had a little sneak peek in previous videos, you've asked me to do an updated living room tour, so that's what we're going to do now. Not that room, this room. There's a sneak peek. So, ooh, there we go. Yeah, let's just jump right in and have a look around. So it's not actually changed all that much. Here's a little overview. A couple of things have moved around. Let's start in the corner. So just as last time, I've got my big old lamp here, which gives a really lovely warm orangey glow in the evening. And below is a recycling bin and a little basket filled with blankets because it is getting really cold here in London at the moment. So I've got a few blankets in here. Despite the sunshine peeking out today, actually, it's been really nice, but it's still very, very cold, especially in the evenings. And then next I have my sofa, which again is from IKEA. The pillows, the big white pillows are also from IKEA. I'm not sure where this blanket's from. It's my partner's. And these two pillows, I think, are from Camden Market, like eons ago. I got them so many years ago when I was a kid. Also, a little disclaimer, I do share this space with my partner, so it's 50-50 hours. I am splitting it, so it's not exactly how I would want it, and there's more stuff than I would probably have as well. But just so you know, I do share this space with another person. Next we have the sofa side table, which is the same as last time as well. I've got a lovely rubber plant that just keeps on growing. It gets more and more of these leaves every day, I swear. This one will be sprouted today and tomorrow there'll be a new one. It just keeps on growing. It must be really happy. Then I have some water, which is just filtered water because I drink a lot of water in the day. It's basically the only drink I drink other than tea. I don't really like sweet drinks or fizzy drinks or any of that stuff. I just drink tea and a lot of water. This lamp, which also is from IKEA and gives off a really nice glow, I'd actually like to have this on the floor. I think it would be a really nice low down floor lamp, but I haven't really figured out how to do that yet because this is the only side of the room that's got plug sockets. In here we have some tissues because my partner has a lot of allergies and hay fever and that stuff, so he's got some tissues here. This little box is to connect to the speakers, which are on the shelf up there, so I can play music and we can watch movies and television in surround sound. Also a little iPad which we play music from. That's basically all we use that for. And in this tin are some tea light candles. This drawer is a little bit of like a, I don't know, it's a bit of a junk drawer. It has everything that's like quite necessary in it, but it's a little bit messy and a little bit strange. So we've got some like cat brush, nail file, Apple TV remote, some hay fever things. This is my DIY cleaner that I use to clean this whole room with, the glass on the table and the desk and the floor and everything. And then this is like sweets and treats and things, which is mainly my partner's thing. I don't really have a sweet tooth. My only thing in here is these organic mango slices and then all the other stuff. And then I collect the what do you call them, the like tissues, the napkins from restaurants that I go to when they give napkins, and if I don't use them I won't just throw it in the bin, I'll take it home. And as you can see, I've got a lot of them. I don't really use them that much, but I'd rather save it and use it than just throw it straight in the bin. Underneath here we have my partner's PlayStation, a controller as well, and then in this basket some coasters and like a little crocheted coaster I made a while ago. I don't know, I just use that to put the teapot on, and these for the mugs because I do have a glass table and so it gets easily stained if I don't use them. And then some bin liners because here's the bin, which is mainly used for the cat's litter, not the cat's litter, the cat's like food pouches, because I didn't really use the bin. Everything that I use is pretty much recyclable, so that's why the big bin is the recycling and this little one is just for the cat's food, because I haven't yet found a more eco-friendly cat food solution yet. And then the cat stand right next to it because she likes to sit here and look out the window. This is the same as last time as well. I've got this, tea towel that my mum gave me when I went to Kew Gardens on my birthday. She bought me this because I love bumblebees. And this is where the cat's food is. Another tin, again filled with tea lights and some matches because I love candles, especially this time of year. And here's the window box. Next we'll move on to the coffee table. So this, again, if you guys haven't seen my last video, this was a table that I found on the street. Someone was throwing it out. It was dark, like a reddy wood, which I didn't love, so I sanded it down and washed it with a coat of white paint, and I much prefer it now. I love that it's glass topped as well. It's really nice. Then I have a candle, some grapes, and some flowers in an upcycled tin that had spinach in it, but it works really well as a vase. Down here I have a little Buddha head, some body oil that I use when I've taken a bath. I'll rub that on my legs and my arms. This little pot which I made in a pottery class. I'm not really sure what to do with it yet, so it's just there, but I do love it. And I thought it was perfect to look down on these items because they're kind of things that you get a better angle looking down on, so that's why I chose to put those here. This little wooden box was from a box of strawberries that we bought from the local greengrocers. They came in this, and I just thought the box was really lovely. Here I have my little aloe plant and some books. Moving on over here, this is a chest of drawers that used to be in that corner over there if you saw the last tour video. On top I've got mainly plants. There's a little mirror, and then I hung up some ginger rosemary that I'm actually growing in my window box just there. And then below it I have my marimo ball, which I've called kaito, which I think means water or ocean in Japanese. And then I have my air plant here, which this was a gifted to me a Christmas or 2 Christmases ago. It came with like a candle in it, and I've burned the candle, and now I just keep this little guy in it. My salt crystal lamp, which I love burning. I just love burning. It's really good for the air. It cleans the air, it freshens the air, and it just looks beautiful as well, especially when it's dark. It starts glowing this lovely warm pinky orangey color. Then I have here a diffuser, which is going at the moment. You can't really see the smoke coming out of it. Then I have a crystal here. Let's see if I can focus. This is a blue agate crystal. Right in front of my big mama aloe, which I've just discovered today that there's a little one growing in there as well. These are sticks from incense. This is where I poke my incense sticks in and let them go, because the ash that falls down is really, really good. It's like pot ash for plants, and it keeps them healthy. Then next to here is where I've moved my desk, which actually used to be here, but now it's here, so it's right in front of the window, which is really nice to look out of. In the corner here is where I keep my pens. There's a little plant growing out of the front here. Some crystals that are good for motivation and creativity. Here's my drinking glass, which I've got some lemon water still that I haven't finished yet, and some tea. Then here are my little booklets. There's my phone, my bullet journal, which I use every single day. As you can see, it's well worn. I'm actually really excited that it's almost finished, and I'll be getting a new one in January. I think I'll start a new one. This has lasted me 2 years, so the next one will probably last me about 2 years as well, depending on how much I use it. This is actually the first kind of manuscript for my ebook, my recipe book, which is coming out. Here's a little like sneak peek preview. I won't show you anything more. Also, this wall here I'm not going to show because it's got a lot of my recipes which I'm still working on. That's what that wall is at the moment. Up here I have this hanging pot plant, which I still haven't found. Ooh, let's see if we can focus. I still haven't found a plant that can go in it because it's so small inside. I don't want to kill the plant by getting one that, you know, it needs more room than that. So I don't know, leave me suggestions if you know. I'm thinking about getting a string of hearts. I think string of pearls are too difficult to keep. I've tried it before and they died. I'm not sure, I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll just stick one of my aloes in there, but it would be nice to have something kind of hanging down. Here I've got some photos just all up that wall. The clock is up there. Whoop. And then down here, oh, beside the desk, I've got this little thing that I found on the side of the road and just brought home. It's really great, an extra seat when friends and family come over. And then here's where I have this little lantern that was actually just in the garden. I think it belonged to the people who lived here before and they just left it. So I cleaned it up, and it's really nice to have kind of like a fake fireplace in the evening. It's really nice to have that just glowing, and it really does heat up the room as well. And I love that this wall is just nice and big and blank. Then here's the wardrobe, which you guys would have seen in my last video. Actually, I did a wardrobe tour. So this is my side, all of my stuff, and this is my partner's side, all of his stuff's in here. And then beside it, we have here our projector screen, which we'll take out sometimes on the weekends if we want to watch a movie. And I've got my tripod back there and my yoga mat. And this is really irritating because I think the people who lived here before had this wardrobe. We didn't buy it new, it came with, and they put such heavy stuff in it that it's actually warped the wood in the base, and so now this doesn't close properly. They were definitely not minimalists. Anyway, moving on, I'll get over it. Here, everything else is pretty much the same. Hi! This is still the same. Still got the mirror here, which is great for after I get dressed. I can have a look if I want to. And this little guy, which is from my childhood, with all the animals on it. That's about it. Here's another little overview. So this room is the room that I use for most things. It's we usually eat here, so it's the dining room, it's the living room, it's the cinema room, it's also my office room. This is where I'll roll my mat out and do yoga, so it's like my yoga room as well. It's kind of the everything room. It's the biggest room that we have in the house. We have this, and then we have our bedroom, which is about half the size. And so this is where the bulk of our stuff is. So that's why it's not as minimal as I would like it to be, but everything in here is curated. It's things that I use on a daily basis, and when I find that I'm not, I will donate it, pay it forward, move it on. I am still in the process of decluttering things. I would like to have a lot fewer things in my life. I think it's difficult to have things and then get rid of them afterwards, and it's a lot easier to just not bring new things into my life. So I'm still trying to declutter and get rid of things. But I think for the size of the space that I'm sharing with another human and sharing the whole house in general with 3 other humans, I think it's pretty good at the moment. I'm not gonna force myself too much, but this channel is all about my minimalist and zero waste journey. It's not necessarily like, look at me, I've discovered minimalism, this is how you do it. This is just my journey and tracking my progress so that you guys can have a look at the whole journey, all of it involved. So I just thought I'd say that because I've had a few comments on my videos before saying, how can you call yourself a minimalist when you have so much stuff around? Well, there's a reason there's so much stuff. It's a small space, and I know that's not an excuse, and I do share it with somebody else who is not a minimalist and is not really interested in that way of life. And it's a process. I'm not at the end of my journey. It's still going. I'm still getting rid of a lot, and I want to get rid of a lot more as well. So that's a little disclaimer. And I don't know if I showed you up here yet. This is still the same as last time pretty much, maybe a few things rejigged. It's mainly plants, the projector, and speakers. So that's what's up there. And I think that's all for now, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you'd like a tour of any of the other rooms, maybe my bedroom, which I'm currently using as kind of a photography studio at the moment for the ebook because it's got better lighting in there. So it's a little bit of a mess, but I will be happy to give you guys a tour as well of that room, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.